Hey everyone, welcome back to CryptoCache. Thank you very much for joining me here. I hope you're having a great day. Let's take a quick look here at Bitcoin, see what's going on. Got our all-time natural fake out from yesterday, trapping late longs and seeing where the price goes here. Unfortunately, we missed our short position at 108.9. I think we came up to 108.750. But regards to that fact, we don't cry over spilt milk. We look for better opportunities. And what we're looking for here is potential bounce off this point of control. 105,000 has a lot of confluence. So we're going to talk about that today and just kind of get some perspective on the overall situation here. So let's take a look at the last 24 hours. I'm willing to guess that every late long here just got hammered. So let's go ahead and see if that is the case. And we can see pretty clear here that anybody who took a long in the most recent past just got smashed there. There's still a little bit left in liquidation down as low as 105K. So wouldn't be surprised we'd see just a little bit further of a correction there. We also got like a significant alert here. What was it? $1.14 billion in selling activity not less than an hour ago. Yeah, so either way, we snagged some profits off our XRP long, which is nice. We've got a couple of other long positions open right now, and they're still perfectly fine and safe, just based on the simple fact that a lot of altcoins are stabilizing and balancing out at their current support. Bitcoin runs lower than 105K, it might be a different story, but we're going to talk about what that might look like. All that being said, liquidation is still in the range of 109 to 111 above the price. Not a heck of a lot locally here, but we are starting to see some pile up in the 105 to 104K range. So we got a little bit of liquidation below us, but once more and more above. We have since seen this dynamic shift though. Look at this here. We were actually at a pretty significant margin. I think we're in like the 10 to 15 billion range for longs. That's since washed away. We have more shorts in the market right now. So generally ill-advised to consider a long position just yet. Even though I do think that taking longs at key level supports or resistances is helpful. And that's pretty much a really good gauge of where we're at. For the most part right now, it's still a little premature. We haven't hit those areas yet. Overall, when it comes to open interest though, we can see 107 to 108.5 is a close approximate there above the price. We got a little bit of open interest below us at 105.7. So it's kind of where it's at. Nothing super substantial or amazing here. Just kind of letting us know we're kind of approaching a support range in the 105 to 104K range. Now, when it comes to the daily time frame, this is what kind of adds to that confluence. We're right there with the 50 and the 20 SMA at this current price point. Okay, so there's that. We also got the point of control at 104.7. And if we look at our moving averages and our daily time frame here, even though we're still in decent shape, we're kind of at this last little support level. Okay, because in other words, staying above 50 in the RSI is super important. We may be losing that soon. That could be a shift in momentum. And obviously we can see MACD and stochastic swinging down. So I think short-term continuation lower makes perfect sense. I mentioned that to my community yesterday that we're probably more likely to see 105K before we are to see 109 to 111. But it makes a lot of sense to sweep these late longs here because you see there's a lot of liquidation in this range. This area getting hit there, that's just a standard manipulation type of tactic. In other words, you typically have these powers of three. We got the one there, second one here to trap late shorts, and then we're probably going to see an expansive wave up here is my guess. But once more, it's still very early to tell, but I do foresee us slowing down to the downside here soon. Now, when it comes to the 4-hour time frame, though, there's no doubt about it. Everything is truly bearish. I identified that yesterday in our analysis, just letting you know, hey, we're not in fantastic shape. Short-term correction makes sense. Macro still looks decent, and we just kind of got to ride this wave here. So my speculations, we're going to start seeing some slowing pressure here between 104 and 105K. I think 104 is probably a worst-case scenario. If we blast through that, then we want to set our sights on some longs in the low 100K range. But for right now, I think it's best to presume this point of control will hold. And I think, generally speaking, when you do see these kind of continuations, right, when you have a bull flag type of breakout, a lot of times they do retest the point of control before they leg up. So if we don't lose this level here, the distinct probability of going further up is higher. So that's just kind of something to pay attention to and watch out for. Either way, I'll post a playout chart on our Twitter, Telegram, and Discord. Thank you so much again for being an amazing part of my life. Always hit the like button if you could, please, folks, and make sure if you want to become a better trader, CryptoCache.tech is the site, link down below. We'll see you in the next one. Have yourself a great rest of the day. Thank you so much.